ライトサイドを侵攻するとは、これは滅ぼさないといけないわね。帝国が混乱に陥れられる前に。おはようございます、こんにちは、こんばんは。ゆっくりレ夢ムです。ゆっくりマリサだぜ。今回から暗黒寺院編に入るよ。早速向かおうぜ。下半身の装備を変えてみたよ。前に比べてスッキリしてていい感じなんだぜ。もしかしたら、今後も気分で装備を変えていくわ。
I've sent 3 separate expeditions into the Dark Temple. Not one has returned. I can't say for sure what's going on. But people who go in there, they don't come back.
I am Sith. You will address me as such, fool.
Then you are everything I could have hoped for. You can survive the Dark Temple. I beg you to do me, and more importantly, the Empire a favor. The expeditions I sent in were looking for specific data. I can spare the manpower, they were slaves mostly, but the data is essential.
What kind of data was it?
We were studying a recent increase in seismic activity in the area, including possible damage to the temple itself. The slaves from the expeditions were equipped with data pads to store the data they collected. Bring back those data pads. This information's vital to future construction on Drome and Kars. It's not glamorous, but will you help?
I can absolutely do that.
Amazing. Fantastic. Your help is invaluable. I'll mark the location the expedition last signaled from on your map. It's the best I can do.
データパッドの回収ね。暗黒寺院が恐ろしい場所なのは聞いたぜ。それでおじけづく私たちじゃないけどね。見えてきたわね。あれが暗黒寺院だぜ。ここが入り口ね。カットしたがここに来るまで敵しかいなかったぜ。味方の技が気が触れてしまったようね。こりゃ、遠征隊もダメみたいなんだぜ。おっさんが立ってんな。この人は普通みたいね。
Do you dare approach the great Nil Venerous Lord of the Sith, Master of the Undying Darkness? Answer me.
てめえ、奴隷呼ばわりしやがって。
Slave.
You don't look like
おめえも、奴隷じゃねえか。
and you wear a slave collar.
What? You're not afraid of me? You aren't a mindless puppet like the rest of them? I don't understand.
I still have my senses, but someone here is out of his.
You're right. I was out of my senses. But not anymore. I was part of an expedition sent by the Empire to measure strange activity in the Dark Temple. But soon after we entered, we all became different people. I became the mighty Lord Venerous, and the others became my obedient followers and servants.
Wait, you said you were part of an expedition?
We were gathering data for the Empire, and then we were all suddenly possessed. It's strange that you seem to be unaffected. In fact, it's strange to find you here at all. I thought the Imperials gave up sending people in here. What exactly are you doing here?
I'm doing a vital service to the Empire.
So, the Imperials haven't given up on getting their precious data, after all. This is lucky. You see, ever since I came to my senses, I've been worried that my followers will begin to doubt my leadership. I can't lose my power. I can't go back to being a slave. But maybe we can help each other.
It wouldn't be hard for me to eliminate you and your followers.
Well, I guess that's true. Except I'm the only one who can make all the others turn in their data. All I ask is that you find the symbols of Lord Venerous's power. They were looted from his tomb by the people possessed by Venerous's enemies. The symbols will help me reinforce my followers' belief in me, lock them in their dream.
I bring the symbols, and you give the data.
Be careful. Venerous's old enemies will put up a good fight.
シンボルを回収してこいって任務ね。ちゃちゃっとやろうぜ。多分この動画唯一の戦闘シーンね。暗黒寺院の中は基本気の狂った味方が相手なんだぜ。特に目新しいスキルはないので戦い方はいつも通りよ。レベルが上がったから威力が上がったことくらいかな。早速2つゲットね。この調子でゲットしようぜ。こいつはライトセーバー持ちか。服装からしてうちと同じフォースタイプね。でも敵じゃないんだぜ。外れだな。 あの二人はどうかしらね。これは当たりね。報告に戻ろうぜ。
My network of spies reports that you crushed my enemies underfoot and found the symbols of power I requested.
We have a deal. I expect you to honor it.
I had not forgotten. I, too, have been very busy. Here is the data my servants collected before the temple transformed them. Let the Empire make of it what they will.
Enjoy your empire while it lasts.
Actually, that reminds me. There's one last itty-bitty little thing you can do. You see, power is useless without subjects. So, I'd be grateful when you turn in the data, you'd encourage the Imperials to send more expeditions my way.
I will consider this.
I can assure you, my gratitude if you send more slaves to be my followers will not be insubstantial.
データを手に入れたわね。報告に戻ろうぜ。
Ah, the only thing more powerful than the Dark Temple. Any luck getting that data?
Here's your data, as promised.
Hey, you actually came through. Can't say I was expecting that. Can't say it's not a relief. Now we can finally stop sending expeditions in there, wasting all those slaves who should be building monuments to the Empire.
Actually, I think data like this calls for more expeditions.
Had a look at it, did you? Well, it's not really my call to make. But I'll forward your recommendation to my superiors.
It's not a recommendation.
I'll make clear what you did for us. I think that'll carry a lot of weight. It's the best I can promise. Goodbye then, and thanks for the data. Your service to the Empire will not be forgotten.
無事完了ね。次行こうぜ。
At last, the Dark Council has answered my petitions and sent a fine young Sith to help secure the temple.
What's happening here?
Of course, I've been ignored again. How stupid of me. If you're here, however, you must have the authority to enter the Dark Temple. You could still save this planet.
You have my complete, undivided attention.
これが全体像ね。ピラミッドみたいな形してるな。ゴリ版のシスアカデミーも似たような形してたわね。
These enemies remain powerful, even in death, which is why the temple was sealed. But now, something terrible has happened.
Why bury the enemies of the Emperor with honor?
To appease them if they were to wake, of course. With the Emperor's attention elsewhere, a group of ambitious but ignorant Sith thought to gain power by raiding the temple. They didn't find the relics they sought.
ホラー映画あるあるね。開けちゃいけない場所を開けちゃって迷惑かけるやつだな。
Their expedition plunged into madness.
Are they still in there?
The ones who still live, yes. Because Lord Calig died by ambush, I believe he awakened unaware of his own death, and his expectations became reality. For those around him, his power overwhelmed all inside the temple. And even now the workers plot wars against each other, believing themselves Sith Lords, and drawing terrible power from Calig himself.
What do you want me to do?
I care not about the fighting itself, only what it may cause. There are still more ancient Sith Lords whose spirits lay dormant in the temple. If the ancient Sith Lords are woken by the violence within, they could overrun Dromund Kaas.
Maybe that won't happen.
We're not going to be saved by optimism, young one. I have studied all of the burial chambers within. Each was made with the same ancient design, one we can exploit. If you fuse the 500-kilogram hinges on each tomb door, even a violent assault should not be able to wake the ancients.
I don't see why I should bother.
There is nobody else. Imagine the glory, being the one who prevented the Emperor's greatest enemies from rising. The team I sent in earlier was using a massive metal torch, effective but slow, I'm afraid. They did not make it far. The torch must be recovered, and the doors of the ancients sealed.
敵が出てこないように扉を封印するのね。これからは私たちの時代だぜ。古き物は引っ込んでろだぜ。あそこにあるな。回収しましょう。狂信者を排除するんだぜ。 大したことないんだぜ。これで封印できるわね。これ以上悪化する前に終わらせるんだぜ。なんだ、急にどうしたんだぜ。後ろから奇襲されたようね。悪あがきしやがって。ライトセーバー持ちか。パワータイプね。パワーならケムも負けてないんだぜ。倒したな。全方位に気を配らないとね。一つ目ね、暴れてるな。出てこれないように溶接するわ。完了したんだぜ。この調子で行くわ。寺院の内観はこんな感じよ。天井に穴が開いてたり傷んでるな。石像の並びがコリバンと似てるわね。この手前のでかい像は何をイメージしてるんだろうな。みなぎってきた。それは違うだろ。二つ目完了だぜ。次でラストね。これで終わりね。大事にならなくてよかったんだぜ。急にどうしたんだぜ。誰か話しかけてきたわね。ホロクロンだな。
Who are you?
I am, or was, Kenneth a born Sith and follower of the Force.
こいつが言ってた封印するやつだな。邪魔しに来たのかしら。出たいようね。残念ながら出すわけにはいかないんだぜ。
Actually, I was trying to seal up this door for good.
Then it's true. The Sith still cower in fear of insignificant me. The way of the Sith lies in channeling the Force through the use of powerful emotions. Fear is the chief of these.
怒りや憎しみじゃないのか。恐怖に支配されるのは愚か者ね。
What's the secret then?
力がありながらフォースの本質を分かってないとはね。まるでジェダイの物言いだな。実に愚かなんだぜ。恐れなくなるのは合ってるけど情熱こそ力の源泉よ。
Real strength in the Force comes when one is no longer afraid. One can purge fear when one stops grasping. After power, after things, after life itself. And allows the Force to guide him. There is only the Force.
You're weak.
その通りね。まったくだぜ。
My peers obviously did not think so. They considered my teachings dangerous. What I learned only lives on through this image.
平和は嘘よ。シスコードを言い聞かせてやるんだぜ。
Eternal and at peace. Take them.
ライトサイドを信奉するとは、これは滅ぼさないといけないわね。帝国が混乱に陥れられる前に。
These heresies must be destroyed.
Then do so. Strike out against knowledge and see what comes of it. If you destroy these teachings, the light.
ただの負け惜しみね。そうだぜ。まさか視聴者の中にライトサイドの信奉してる人はいないよな。ダークサイドこそフォースの本質よ。今後それを証明していくわ。報告に戻ろう。そうね。
You're back. I hope you sealed the chambers of the ancients, Keleth Ur's chamber especially. I'm terrified to think what would happen if Keleth and his crazed ideas were to re-emerge.
His secrets have been destroyed forever.
Keleth secrets have been contained along with the other ancients. You have done well.
完了したわね。次は本命のダース雑司教の任務だぜ。キリがいいからこの辺で終わるわ。次も見てくれると嬉しいんだぜ。それでは、ご視聴ありがとうございました。